Your thoughts tell me that you still have doubts about me. Did you ask to meet here so I could clear up some of your doubts?
Greetings, Lady Yao Guang.
Being able to hear others' thoughts anytime. This tuning ability sure comes in handy.
Compared to the seer strategist's ability to come and go as she pleases, this is nothing but a parlor trick.
But to be fair, I don't think she does that on purpose. She is chronologically unbalanced.
I've heard that Xianzhou folks are big on etiquette, yet here I am, and you're still playing hide and seek, General. Isn't that a bit discourteous?
Sorry. I have this old problem of suddenly disappearing. It's really something beyond my control. As for the reason, I'm afraid I can't disclose it. Please forgive my rudeness.
I know it sounds like a lame excuse, but it is a real medical condition.
Or, if you're truly that curious, why not use your tuning and find out?
You know I won't do that. Besides, I couldn't even if I wanted to right now.
Couldn't.
At this moment, the crowd's thoughts are crashing over me like a tidal wave. I can't block out all this mental noise. Just keeping my own thoughts from getting tangled up in everyone else's is hard enough.
I see. So that's why. When you were speaking with Miss Himiko earlier, I accidentally intruded on your private conversation.
My tuning is spiraling out of control. This mask is distorting my abilities.
I mean, I'm glad to hear that's not what life is always like for you. It's just amped out of control, because, you know, that would be pretty rough, the whole you can't turn it off telepathy thing.
I see it differently. The loss of control is temporary. That mask is amplifying your power.
How is this possible? This tuning power is bestowed by the Harmony. How could the Elation meddle with their authority?
Perhaps the Elation simply poured more fuel into this divine authority? In my humble opinion, this mask binds the supplicant to all beings of Planarcadia, drawing strength from those who share the same path here for your use. That's why you're hearing others' thoughts surge toward you like a tide. Your tuning is steadily expanding, and you've become the center of this melody.
You sure gave me quite the gift, General. But why would such a precious gift be placed on my face? I need an honest answer.
You want to know the reason? Didn't I explain it already?
Your reasons about me make sense, but what I really want is your answer about yourself. General of the Yuchue, who sees into the future. Why not wear the mask yourself and personally step into the fray with its power?
Words can deceive, but only tuning lays the truth bare. Mr. Sunday, why not use your enhanced tuning to feel the weight of that answer for yourself?
Well then, pardon my intrusion, Lady Yao Guang.
So this bird on my shoulder is the manifestation of the tuning's resonance?
Exactly. And these symbols I see floating above people's heads. would be the weal and woe signs you mentioned, General?
That's right. To become an Arbiter General, one must undergo 3 ceremonies. The Rainbow Ordainment, the Rainbow's Gaze, and the Bestowal of Spiritus. Only then can one truly take up the mantle and live up to the title. When I was appointed as the Yuchue's General, I was bestowed with the Rainbow Spiritus called Kalachakra Sky Plume, which represents the vision of the hunt among the 7 aspects of the rainbow. A symbol of foresight, verdict, and self-discipline. Thanks to that, I gained the Eye of Ishvara, which allows me to read the flow of destiny. Since the day I arrived on this world, every person I've seen bore a crimson woe sign above their head, without exception. Within days at most, a catastrophic disaster will befall this place.
So, that red glow rising from the edge of the city is...
The blazing light, formed by the convergence of all those woe signs in Planarcadia.
In that case, General, it's all the more reason for you to wear the mask. Once your sight into the future is strengthened, you won't need to fear the deathly omen in your readings.
Mr. Sunday, have you heard the diviner's iron law? Never divine the same matter twice.
I mean, it's a good rule, because otherwise, if you keep going back to the same thing over and over again, you're gonna lose yourself in it.
In Penacony, diviners also warn clients beforehand. You can't ask for another spread just because you dislike the result. There's a reason for that, isn't there?
Divining the future is, in essence, a form of observation and calculation. It's an interference with the future. Each reading drives the murky future towards a definite outcome. A collapsed quantum state, even if that outcome isn't to one's liking. To be honest, when I set out for Planarcadia, I had fully intended to personally participate in the Phantom Moon Games. But the moment I laid hands on the mask, I understood the consequences of wearing it. Once this miraculous item is donned, the Eye of Ishvara would transcend mere sight and permeate throughout this realm. The Kalachakra Sky Plume would predict the future of all beings at tens of billions of instances per second.
You're saying that simply by your observation, our future would become fixed.
Indeed, just like how the Wisdom Walker expounded the way of destiny, anchoring the fated moments. If I wore the mask, I would become the noose of Planarcadia, and I would personally anchor a destiny that drives us all into a bottomless darkness. We will become locked in a dead end, with not a shred of hope for salvation.
A pretty good reason not to put the mask on.
Close one. I passed the trial. There's still a sliver of hope in this round.
Now that makes me even more curious. Pardon my bluntness, but the fate of billions in Planarcadia never had much to do with you, General. Your encounter with the Express and the IPC was merely a chance meeting. You are a messenger of the Xianzhou. Since you foresaw the omen, that an Arbiter General will fall here, you could have boarded your ship and left at any time. Why choose to stay and help us? To help this world break free of this death trap?
Because I am guided by great compassion. Every life is precious beyond measure. Such diplomatic pleasantries won't fool the former master of Penacony like yourself, would they? Then, how about this reason? The Astral Express has distinguished itself time and again against the destruction, and bears an irreplaceable duty for the future. I can't just sit idly and watch you face annihilation. Give me a break. I really am terrible at all this diplomatic talk. Mr. Sunday, what makes you think that everything I've done is just to save Planarcadia.
What?
Weal is where woe lurks. Woe is where weal leans. The good fortune of some often births the ill fate of others, and a dead end for someone may hide an opportunity for another. This treacherous land where life and death turn again and again, where fortune flips to misfortune, is, in my eyes, the perfect board for a game of wits.
A game with whom?
With the gods. Mr. Sunday, have you heard of the Battle of the Fonghu 30 years ago?
I've heard rumors of that war, but not the details. General, are you suggesting Planarcadia is now facing dangers just as perilous as the Xianzhou Fanghu was back then?
You got that right. 30 years ago, the Abundance Axis broke our lines and invaded the Fanghu homeland. The abominations awakened a living demonic star, intending to sink the Xianzhou Fanghu. With no other options, the Alliance staked everything on my Junior Soar's plan to operate the astronomical observation device, the Cloud Peer Telescope, to signal the rainbow for aid, using their Lux arrow to strike down the demon star. Whoever operated the Cloud Peer Telescope would not return. It was to be a one-way trip.
So, your Junior Soar.
You guessed wrong. The one who offered his life was my master, who taught me divination. It was Master Jingtian, then the Yuchui's Master Diviner, and the only high official authorized to operate that device. He accepted his fate and ventured to the Fanghu, going with him into certain death were Yueyu, the previous Yaoqing general who guarded the Cloud Peer Telescope, and the Verdant Knights under her command. I was responsible for assessing the entire plan's feasibility and mending its gaps. I activated the Decalite reflection barrier, calculating and casting lots again and again. I watched as the starlight, representing countless possibilities, flickered within the reflections, faint, wavering, until the vast shadow of a pondering god swallowed them whole. And they vanished into the abyssal dark at the edges of the universe. In that moment, I understood that I had cemented my master and countless soldiers into an inescapable doom. When the Lux arrow fell, they would perish along with the enemy and that demonic star. All reduced to ashes.
Yao Long doesn't care about collateral damage.
You sacrificed so many comrades just to ensure the enemy's fall.
To Penaconians, that must seem incredibly cruel, right?
As someone born in an era of peace, I have no right to judge. Perhaps the founders of Penacony could understand the necessity.
Cruel or not, it was my duty. And so I had to witness and remember their sacrifice. When I saw the Lux arrow descend, I realized the Xianzhou Alliance had actually directed an Eon's actions. This realization illuminated the mission of my remaining years. In this cold, merciless cosmos, when you're trapped in despair, an Eon's intervention is often the only hope. We are not ants, helpless beneath the celestial spheres as we simply watch the stars turn. Instead, their trails were forged by us, who offered up a portion of our insignificant destiny. Even beings as mighty as the Eons can be pulled by our will.
Is this what you want to do in Planarcadia?
Indeed. I will seize those starlights of possibility I once buried with my own hands. Just like the Battle of the Fong Hu 30 years ago. An Arbiter General will fall, and an Eon will descend. I will forge the destined death into wagers and game pieces, and invite the god who delights in meddling with destiny to sit at my table. This time, I will invite them into my calculations, to draw a great wheel for the cosmos' future. Mr. Sunday, surely you can understand this mad idea of mine, having once reached the divine throne of order yourself.
Our common ground goes far beyond mad ideas. But I was reviving a god who already lay dead and buried in the infinite dark. General, how can you be sure that the most capricious Eon would be led by your fancy?
Have you heard this myth about the elation?
I mean, you just gotta make it worth Aha's time.
They say Aha once climbed to the highest bough of the Tree of Existence. Gazing out, they saw stars turning coldly like machines, and the meaning of everything yielded to nihility. Only the cry of a newborn made them burst into laughter. Mr. Sunday, answer me. Why did Aha laugh?
I think it's because they finally saw an audience arrive at this long, empty stage we call the universe.
Oh, well said. You're way funnier than you look. As divination teaches, heaven creates 49 paths. Humans find the one unseen. We are the greatest variable this blind, mindless universe can produce. The universe and the gods set riddles for us, and we shall give them a surprise. An answer beyond the finality. Ah, looks like it's about time.
Don't tell me you're disappearing without a goodbye again, General.
No. This time, we will set our eyes on the same place and carve a sliver of possibility out of destiny with our own sight.
Could you be talking about the school where Himiko and the others went?
Yes. The crimson light there pierces the sky today, marking it as a locus of woe. The Arcadia's first calamity will erupt there.
I should have asked you to give them a few secret strategies before they left.
Forget it. The stuff in those pouches is all harmless banter anyway. We should let them off the hook.
Hello everyone! Welcome back to Full Wish TV's special news segment, Arcadian Morning Report! I'm your host, Goofy!
Hi everyone, I'm your host, Snowy!
It's been 3 hours since our first supplicant, Miss Sparxie, announced her entry into the Phantom Moon Games. The performance she announced to all her fans, SparxiCon, is also about to begin.
How curious! Planarcadia's day-night cycle was completely scrambled in ancient times. Graphia Academy's location just happens to be bathed in light. So, in broad daylight, what kind of fireworks show does Miss Sparxie have in store for us?
Who knows? Maybe she'll blow the school sky high in a blaze of fireworks. After all, at the Phantom Moon Games 15 years ago, Graphia Academy also.
That sounds like it was probably a traumatic event. Let's not do that again.
Hey, Senior, you can't joke about that! Dear viewers, our apologies. Let's move on to news about
According to the Department of Aberration Defense's staff, during a routine inspection of the Phantom Moon courtyard, 2 additional mask shapes manifested on the altar.
In other words, 2 more supplicants have appeared!
Although none of them have publicly announced entry into the games yet, the altar's masks mean someone, somewhere has quietly donned the masks of elation. As for the 2 masks, Department of Aberration Defense staff describe one as a raccoon and the other as some kind of bird.
And in Planarcadia, everyone has the same thought when you say raccoon.
A raccoon mask, huh? Hard not to think of the Astro Express that just arrived in Planarcadia. Will the Nameless from the Astro Express join the Phantom Moon Games? I hear they've even invited them to SparxiCon as special guests!
Will it be a miraculous show formed out of the collaboration between supplicants, or a head-to-head showcase between 2 famed contenders?
Countless streamers are already live, broadcasting the scene at the venue. Let's cut to the feed now.
Look, it's the Nameless from the Astral Express!
One girl, 1,000 faces. 1,000 faces, one girl. Welcome to the SparxiCon live broadcast.
Even the posters.
Dear lovely fans, please be patient. SparxiCon is about to begin.
This horror stream is about to end. Time for you all to log off.
That woman has Miss Sparxie's face. What a pathetic imitation.
What? My face is the original!
Miss Sparxie's face alone is the greatest masterpiece in the world!
Oh boy. I don't know if that's better or worse with the Sparxie face.
Everyone should listen to her sweet voice and gaze upon her adorable face!
We shall become Miss Sparxie!
We offer everything to Miss Sparxie. SparxiCon! 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 SparxiCon!
My eyes! I've seen something cursed.
I need to go bleach my eyeballs.
The mimetic virus spread among people is way worse than we imagined. There are walking Sparxie shrooms growing on the ground. I bet we'll all end up with Sparxie, or rather Sparkle faces, before we can get very far.
Yeah, time to unleash the monkey.
Are we really using that? If we don't take down that imposter before the virus hits, we'll all be monkeys in the jungle.
Become a fake of a fake or a carefree monkey. Your call.
On second thought, being assimilated by an imposter doesn't sound that bad.
Damn, you're so anti-monkey.
Enough talk. Eyes on the banana.
Ow! Ma'am, a little warning before you stab someone with a banana, please?
Come on, banana. Remember the plan we made at the tavern?
Yes, we dig out the imaginated painting Sparxie hid, then use waves to give Graphia Academy a good banana wash over. But what if that imposter figures it out?
Just try to keep her busy and buy us some time.
Let's do it! Yoo-hoo! Welcome, dear guests. I've been waiting so long, my phone's about to die. Drop the act, my dear Mask. I shouldn't have called you an imposter. That was harsh of me. Come back to Mama's arms. It's not too late. If the Astral Express crew gets involved, they won't be pulling any punches. Of course I get it. Surrendering now would ruin the stage you so carefully set. Total buzzkill, right? So you still don't get it? The worst thing an actor should do is be tied down to one type of role. Standing before you, the loyal friend who's been by your side all along. The masked fool who never played any tricks. She is actually the old mask I have shed. Haven't I been telling you all this time? She's just an old model.
No wonder the light orb in the tavern didn't react to Sparkle.
For real? That explanation is kinda awesome. Look at those expressions on your faces. This is the best opening act for SparxiCon ever! I shed that old mask, and with it, the weak, timid, all too human me. This new me will break free from all shackles, gather my fans' wish power, and stride onto the stage of the Fantasy Moon Games!
Listen, there's nothing wrong with a bit of timid humanity, you know?
In return for the wish power offered by everyone in the Arcadia, every supplicant must show them what elation truly means. We will demonstrate the elation we desire!
But, you know, again, you know, Sampo has good reason to be disapproving of your type of elation.
There's no coercion involved anywhere in this. It's a simple yes or no. Like scrolling to the bottom of the terms of service. Want attention, talent, quick cash, universal praise? Download the Sparxie virus. Ta-da! Click confirm, and you're set. Isn't that exactly what they crave? Elation in 3 minutes flat? Nameless, you're doomed to lose. You can't stop what people desire.
We can't stop their desire. But in this stream, we'll show this Arcadia world another possibility.
What did you just say?
We'll show everyone watching the live stream the elation of the Astral Express.
Yeah, put the mask back on.
You got another mask?
Before SparxiCon begins, the hero of the Express will defeat the villain who tried to spread the virus. And soon, the world will watch it happen live. In their hearts, they'll long for the Trailblaze too. You were never the only option for the audience, Sparxie.
You know why I can't stand heroic stories? You lot always wave the flag of justice, then stomp all over the fun with brute force. The elation has nothing to do with justice, and you haven't won yet. Ma'am, gray hair. Don't tell me you forgot the plan. I'll stall her. I'll long, long time. Come on, gray hair, have a little faith in me. There's one thing I've always wondered. Who's the real Sparkle, and who's just a mask? Shouldn't the last one standing decide that? Then let's settle it, right now! I'll make you the opening firework of SparxiCon!
Unbelievable! A girl who looks exactly like Miss Sparxie just rushed in and started throwing punches!
Yeah, they're gonna be at that for a while, so we should just leave.
Could she be a high-grade look-alike rival? Looks like when it comes to top-tier V-Streamer wars, the fanciest fights are fought the old-fashioned way.
Hey, friends! Over here! Look this way!
Is that March's voice?
Over here! Mr. Yang and I are in the art classroom!
While Sparkle keeps her busy, let's regroup with March first.
Love the sparks! Guard the sparks! Never fear the dark!
What kind of trash rhyming is that?
It's Himeko! Oh, you're finally here!
Yeah, thank goodness you're okay.
March, I'm just so happy you're safe, Bana.
It finally kicked in for Himeko too. She let her guard down.
After she escaped the school, I figured she'd bring you back. So while Sparxie was away, I found a classroom to hide in. The students around here have been acting weirder and weirder. Good thing my heart is pure and untouched, so her tricks don't work on me. Hold up. Were you two just talking with some weird verbal tick?
No? Yeah, how's Welt?
What about Welt? Is he all right?
Mr. Yang, it's our friends. Come on out.
You look perfectly normal, though. So that Professor Welt she saw in the news...
Yeah, let's not talk about it.
As expected from Teacher Yang.
We might have a lead on the other two painting pieces. Have you seen... Furbo, Nana?
You mean... a furbo?
Yes.
We sent a local reporter into the school, but his luck turned sour, Nana. Sparxie caught him red-handed. Before he was taken away, he managed to take a photo of the library. I want to check it out with her.
What about me and Mr. Yang? Now that we have a lead, no way we'll just sit here doing nothing.
That's the plan. Let us know right away if you find any leads.
Oh, the express crew is here!
Please follow my live stream channel!
I'm a bit busy.
Please give Miss Sparxie lots of likes!
The library's just up ahead. Finally, I can get away from all these live stream obsessed students. We're here, Bana. But I don't see any
waves or moon.
Where could it be? Like I'd ever tell you.
Miss Sparxie herself ordered us to guard this place with our lives.
Hey, get that stream running.
Ugh, kids these days. They ignore their studies just to focus on the internet.
Kids these days with their darn phones and their YouTube.
As an alum of Graphia Academy, it's my duty, as tradition dictates, to give you all a proper extracurricular lesson. Hey, juniors, ready to roll?
Where could they be hiding the landscape painting?
After all, it's an image-nanted thing. Once sealed in a scroll or something, it'll be a pain to retrieve, Bana. Oh, right. Let's check out that photo Nana the reporter left us. Maybe we can find some clues.
Yeah, their physical hypnotherapy. Sweet dreams, children.
Where are we now?
This place looks just like any other classroom. But something's off.
Well, that board says 1984, which is 15 years ago.
So this is where they stashed the wave. Did you hear something?
I think I heard someone laughing.
Something's not right. Is there something hidden here? July 22nd, 1984? Belle? Could this classroom be...
Senior? You're back!
Belle?
And you are?
But how is this possible?
It really is you, Senior! You look so different. We almost didn't recognize you. Still, that dashing aura of yours simply can't be obscured. I, and so many of us, we've been here, waiting all this time.
I'm so sorry. I was gone too long. It's unforgivable that I never came back to visit you all.
You apologizing so seriously? That's not like you at all, Senior.
Yeah. After all this time, the least I can do is smile. But all of you are already dead.
Yeah, that newscaster did basically imply that the school got totally destroyed 15 years ago, so...
Himiko, these students, who are they?
They're the shadows cast by my past regrets. Young lives buried here by a tragic accident.
What?
Oh no, Senior, he's here! That thing is coming!
Wait, what did you just say?
Everyone, hide! We mustn't let that monster find us! Run, Senior! The Herald of Death is back! No!
Probably for the best. I'm not sure we want to go in there.
We've got the wave now. Time to regroup with Welt and the others. You can't save them. They're already ghosts. It wasn't Sparxie who attacked them, but something far more cruel. And they didn't die in the present, but during a certain twilight 15 years ago. We can't change their fates. However, this definitely isn't some kind of time travel to the past. Someone created this space for unknown reasons, only to reenact before an eyewitness the bloodbath at Graphia Academy from the Phantasmoon games 15 years ago. That's right. But that has nothing to do with the enemy we're facing right now. I know you have a lot of questions now, but we'll have time to talk about all this in detail after we deal with Sparxie. Come on. It's time for us to meet up with Welt. He just messaged and said he and March found the missing Furbonana reporter, Bana, and the final landscape painting piece.
Good thing we got here in time, or you would have ended up as a target practice dummy.
Beep boop. This Furbo nearly bit the dust. President, you're here! You're gonna give this Furbo some hazard pay, right?
Listen, you were technically sent here on punishment, so why would I give you hazard pay?
Sparxie must have given the moon to one of the emotes to look after.
She really went all out, didn't she? The whole gym's full of moons. Now what?
Be it Sparkle or Sparxie, both are equally just as headache-inducing. All right, everyone. Let's round up these emotes and take a look.
You, fess up! Did you stash the moon somewhere? I pried open its mouth to take a look. Seems this little guy didn't swallow the moon.
Yeah, okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for saying you were different. You giving me the stink eye, Sarah?
sneaky laugh. It probably does know where the moon is hiding. But how are we meant to even reach the thing?
Throw a basketball at it.
The gym. I've missed this. There was a time when I really envied those classmates who could sprint across the field, giving it their all.
Huh? Isn't this Himeko's alma mater too? But don't tell me Himeko was the quiet type who stayed far away from the gym back in school.
No, listen, Marge. She was a rough and tumble girly. I've heard stories now.
Not quite. I'd already graduated by the time I started feeling this way. Due to some circumstances, I went back to my father's school to work.
Alright, time to settle the score with Sparxie.
Since Sparxie dared to target the Astral Express, treating us like stepping nanostones in the Phantasmoon games, she had better be ready to become a spoil of war herself. She and I will head to the atrium next, piece the imaginated landscape back together, and help Sparkle take down Sparxie. Welt, March, I'm counting on you to protect the students at the Academy. Dovebrook's waves should suppress the mimetic contamination they're experiencing, but they might panic and run into the combat area. This time, I truly hope no innocent people get hurt during the Phantasmoon games.
Don't worry, Miss Himeko. Mr. Yang and I have got this. You better give that girl a taste of her own medicine for messing with us like some comedy act.
No, don't worry. She's getting a taste of my ace of the baseball team swing.
What does everyone think? Will the Nameless win?
Let's cheer for Miss Sparxie!
Who will emerge victorious? Miss Sparxie or the Astral Express? Stay tuned to find out!
Sparkle and Sparxie are gone? And the students too?
Listen, they were tumbling all over campus.
If you think you've got this in the bag, you're in for a rude awakening. SparxiCon hasn't even started!
Time for your SparxiCon grand finale! Because I, the Nameless of the Astral Express, will challenge you as a fellow supplicant and crush your elation.
Challenge me? I'd love to fight you.
Hurry up and put the scenery pieces together.
That annoying old model has already fallen asleep. Soon, there will only be one Sparkle in the world. Or maybe everyone will be one. Those attacks during my transformation! Despicable! Too bad. The audience has all arrived! I'll hereby declare the first battle of the Fantasy supplicants has commenced!
Maybe you
dice
deserve
have
some
been
of my
cast.
attention.
Bust. Or maybe I'll take it all. Watch your head.
See, Sunday's not here right now, but it's like he's with us in spirit. 2 supplicants versus 1.
In this mortal form, I will walk with you, watch over you, and guide you on your path.
Look, the show has... With this divine power, I extract the world's purity to reforge all things! Sink into insanity. Straight to the soul.
Here comes the special guest.
Where the heck did she drag me to?
Sink into insanity.
I've heard the call, loud and clear. All right, I'll call your bet.
There's more to life. Pay attention.
Straight to the soul.
Still hanging on? Did everyone really take good care of SparxiCon?
Serenity stands clear before me.
What's the matter? Sink into insanity. Straight to the soul.
Cyberbully!
I'm sorry, cyberbullying? I think you're the cyberbully.
Cyberbully!
All things are as one.
No dirty tricks, all right?
Go, my little cutie!
Watch your head.
As you can see, I'm just a frail sink into insanity.
I had all of the internet behind me! Oh, man, that's my popularity!
All in.
Cyberbully!
Every petal in life's garden will be swept away by the wind of time.
The dice have been cast. Bust. Or maybe I'll take it all.
Look, the show has... With this divine power, I extract the world's purity to reforge all things!
Torment and doubt, I bid you farewell. In this mortal form, I will walk with you, watch over you, and guide you on your path.
Sink into insanity. Straight to the soul.
Better hedge your bets.
Cyberbully!
You'll do.
Look, the show. With this divine power, I extract the world's purity to reforge all things! Sink into insanity. Straight to the soul.
Go, my little cutie!
Watch your head.
Here comes the special guest!
What's the matter? Sink into insanity. Look, the show has... With this divine power, I extract the world's purity to reforge all things!
I will overcome the thorns.
Pay attention.
Straight to the soul. Sink into insanity.
I've heard the call, loud and clear. Redemption!
Alright, I'll call your bet.
Please support SparxiCon.
You hold some academic value, I suppose. You'll do.
Everyone, let's drown her in our spit. Defend me, Sparxie! Spin away!
All in!
Straight to the soul.
Not everyone wants to be you. I'll show them my elation.
SparxiCon isn't over yet!
Stop her! She's trying to escape into the crowd!
No need to panic, you two. Sunday will share my vision with you. Let my eye of Ishvara see through it all. Weal and woe, clear as day. I see where the culprit is. Not you.
Are you okay?
Yay for teamwork. Good job, guys. Really smacked her into that window real good.
Where did everyone go?
Look over here.
General Yao Guang? Am I seeing things?
We're just attuned to each other, that's all. Oh, feeling dizzy? Don't worry, it's just a minor side effect.
You know, Sunday's still learning, but at least everything's fine mostly.
When I first opened my eyes, I couldn't even conduct basic self-care for nearly a month. Don't worry though. With my reinforcement, you'll be back to normal in a moment.
Thank you, General. By the way, above your head...
Can you see the sign above my head? So, whether it brings weal or woe, whether it changes or not, please keep this secret safe from me. Don't let me know, and don't let anyone else, okay?
Yeah, it's for the best that she doesn't know, because she doesn't want to, like, form it into being. And, you know, you're not supposed to know your own future as a diviner.
I'm afraid not. As an observer, your gaze reaches far deeper than his.
But what's in it for me is, not annoying an ally.
Hey, I went out of my way to help you here. Can't you give me a discount? Consider it good karma. In that fleeting moment, your eyes gained insight into my destiny. For those who wish to defy their own destiny, the best approach is to avoid gazing too long into fate, especially not letting powerful observers do so. Now that you know the reason, Surely you'll do me this small favor and keep this secret? Thanks. And of course, be careful not to let it slip. Or else. I'll tell everyone all about your true identity. You're a former Stellaron hunter, aren't you?
I mean, yeah, but I think in a certain way that's kind of an open secret at this point. You're not gonna make too many of my close friends mad if you tell them that.
Oh, just imagine the chain reaction that would cause. I don't even want to think about it. Doesn't this feel like the opening scene of a comedy? Two people who barely know each other, yet they're keeping each other's destiny a secret. I guess you could say we're now partners in fate. No surprise there. After all, both comedy and fortune-telling thrive on unexpected twists and turns of fate, don't they? All right, looks like the side effects have worn off. Time for us to say goodbye.
And you? Are you okay?
What just happened?
I was so confused. I couldn't see a thing. All I remember is Sparxie and the Nameless got into a fight.
I saw everything. The Nameless from the Express smashed Sparxie right into the wall with one swing. That strength was unreal.
That was such an epic fight, as expected from a cosmic hero. That was seriously awesome!
Astral Express! Astral Express! Astral Express! Astral Express!
Looks like the students have all recovered from the contamination.
Did they recover?
Well, they're still, you know, addicted to the internet. They've just switched sides.
When she absorbed me, I thought it was all over. Thankfully, Gray Hair, you won this one. 1 point for the Trailblaze.
The tavern's not gonna assassinate me, right? Nah, they wouldn't bother.
Who knows? But come on, doesn't that sound insanely cool? I'm totally adding this to Miss Sparkle's 132 origin stories. Maybe we're all just masks that someone else has shed. The tavern? They might kick up a fuss about Sparxie's defeat for a few days. Maybe some foolish hotheads might even come knocking to fight you. But trust me, give it a couple days and the tavern will act like none of it ever happened. If I really am a mask, then naturally I should return to my wearer's face. But if I'm not, then maybe I need to reclaim the mask I've lost.
I understand.
Sparxie probably didn't expect that the first miracle of the Phantasmoon games wouldn't be everyone becomes her, but the Express hero defeats the villain spreading the virus. Compared to a streamer reflecting people's desires, the fearless trailblazer of the Astral Express is more of an attention grabber.
Especially because I'm already famous because of the comic.
That's right. Sometimes the supplicants work together, sometimes they clash. It's like a coin toss. No telling which side will land until the moment it hits the ground. At least this time, I hope it doesn't end in bloodshed.
Yes, that would be ideal.
You're one step closer to an audience with Aha. Right now, all of Planarcadia is watching you, and all of their attention's flooding over you, and the mask you wear. Make the most of that attention. From now on, you'll represent the Trailblaze to show this world of elation what elation is. Show mercy. Or don't. No, I'm just kidding. Lower your bat.
I was joking. Don't beat her while she's down.
The audience in this Arcadia doesn't go easy on losers at the games. She'll lose her wish power soon enough, and the Sparxie virus will fizzle out. You can hand her over to the Department of Aberration Defense for imprisonment, or set her free. As a supplicant who's become the focus of all, I'm sure you've already made your decision, right?
I mean, Sparkle can deal with it.
So, Victor, here to claim your prize? Very well. SparxiCon has no objections to that. So what'll it be? Gonna hand me off to the Department of Aberration Defense? Lock me up as a hardened criminal? But knowing you, you're not that heartless, are you? Or maybe you want to take away my streaming account as punishment. I'll livestream 24/7 and sing praises of your valor.
I mean, we probably should ban her from streaming for a while, but...
All right! Let what belongs to the Graphia family return to the Graphia family. But don't let this little win get to your head. You've still got a long, long way to go before you meet the laughter. We can keep working together. Better to have a friend at the Phantom Moon Games than another enemy, right? What? No parting words?
Yeah, it's up to Sparkle.
How do you like this ending, SparxiCon?
There have been so many different renditions of Sparkle's theme. It's really been Sparkle Central.
Old model. You and your powerful supporters won this one. I've got no comeback. As a mask, what do you plan to do with your original self? Who's the mask and who's the original? Shouldn't that be decided by the one left standing? Your plan is finished. Your elation has been eliminated. You're the one who should be called the old model. That elation isn't mine. It's the elation everyone chose. And besides, wasn't it your idea in the first place? What? You told me to leave you behind. You also told me to take the idea and its relevant memories and go chase my dream. That's totally something Miss Sparkle would do.
Miss Sparkle, no. You'll never know if she's telling the truth or lying.
How do you like this ending, Sparkle? How does that joke go again? Take the mask from a masked fool, and what's left but a fool? But take the fool out of a masked fool, and all that's left is the mask. Come on, Sparkle. Time to end this little charade. No show is complete without a curtain call. Shall we become one at last? Bang! Ladies and gentlemen, are you having fun? A friendly reminder from Miss Sparkle. Don't underestimate the Phantom Moon Games. You won't get another opening act as spectacular as this SparxiCon, you know.
Well, at least they're gone, for now.
Sparxie! No. Sparkle? Which one is which?
I don't think it matters.
Perhaps it was just a masked fool, playing a harmless trick under the watchful eyes of the gods. Or maybe She just wanted to remind us that the elation in Planarcadia has become something even the gods no longer recognize. In any case, everything here has come to an end. We should move on and unravel the next plot. Indeed. I want to investigate and find out who exactly created that place and why. Let me know when you're ready to head out. This place. It's like nothing ever happened. The ghosts are gone. "15 years ago, during the last Phantom Moon Games, I participated as a supplicant. I once believed that all it took for a supplicant to win was to show the people a magnificent miracle. And then I'd have an audience with the Eon of Elation. How foolish. How naive I was. Not everyone wants to obtain everyone's wish power in a positive way. On July 22nd, year 1984 of the Arcadian calendar, a supplicant harboring immense malice stepped into Graphia Academy. He slaughtered 22 students who had stayed behind after school, then went on to Dovebrook District, where 146 innocent civilians were either killed or wounded. That killer moved like a deranged artist, leaving corpses, imprinting his signature mark. The Bloody Bloom. The media dubbed him the Herald of Death.
It was a tragedy the world could not forget. The Phantom Moon Games of that year came to be remembered as the Blood-Stained Games.
Kinda sounds like a serial killer who was like, hey, I know one specific time in my life where I will be able to kill as many people as I want, and legally, no one can stop me.
So many parents lost their children. So many people lost those dearest to them. One of the victims was my very own daughter. Upon my return, I stood before the grave where she was laid to rest. Her name was Himeko. Forgive me. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Ryusuke, the current dean of Graphia Academy. So, this lady who bears her name, who exactly are you?
Clearly, there are deep reasons why Himeko never talks about her past.
"15 years ago, when I made up my mind to join this Phantom Moon Games, my father wasn't with me. Even as I fought for my life against the Herald of Death, my father was still off somewhere, wandering the cosmos. Strictly speaking, ever since I can remember, his presence in my life has been as thin as the air in space. So, I would ask you, who bears his name? Who exactly are you?
Welcome back to the Arcadian Morning Report Special Edition. We continue to bring you updates on the Phantom Moon games.
Listen, I was in the middle of something, guys.
The SparxiCon hosted by Supplicant Sparxie came to an abrupt end less than an hour after it began!
Under the watchful eyes of the entire network, the Nameless from the Astral Express went head-to-head with streamer Sparxie in a spectacular showdown. Unbelievable! I used to think all of the Trailblazers' fight scenes in director Rekka's latest film, Holy Grail Stay Night, were just special effects. Turns out she's got real moves.
How dare you? Rekka would never, ever besmirch my reputation by faking it, okay? He is a master of his craft.
We'll continue following the Astro Express's activities and bring you...
Breaking news! Around 4 p.m. today, the Security Bureau uncovered multiple corpses at the Sinwish Syndicate's headquarters in Dovebrook District. Initial reports suggest violent infighting among gang members as the cause. Even more shocking, an IPC employee was found dead at the scene. According to the investigation, the victim was identified as... Lyndon Scott.
No, not Scott! No! He can't be dead. Never! I refuse to believe it.
Lyndon Scott, age 34. Field operative in the Strategic Investment Department. Ring any bells, Mr. Ashvale?
Never heard of him. What was someone from the IPC doing here?
No! Scott! No! And all of the pink Danganronpa blood. No!
Word is, the Sinwish Syndicate recently got hold of a mask. Maybe Mr. Scott came to negotiate for the Phantasmoon games, and got caught in the fallout. Apologies for interrupting your work, Mr. Ashvale.
Wouldn't call it an interruption. The mess at Graphia Academy cleared itself up. But this...
Initial assessment, 33 Sinwish Syndicate members. Leader Polwave included, along with second-in-command Costide, were murdered in the same time frame.
Costide.
The victims show clear signs of trauma and fractures, along with massive blood loss. Exact cause of death still pending further autopsy.
These stylized handprints. We both know what they mean. Bloody Bloom. Only one person ever used that as their calling card. The Herald of Death is back.
Your suspicion isn't without merit, but that guy was executed 5 years ago.
Are you super absolutely sure about that?
Executed? Who witnessed it? Was the execution broadcast to the public?
Did you make sure he didn't leave behind a ghost?
Who can prove he's dead? Who's to say you didn't let him out to rig this entire game?
You've heard the rule, haven't you? No one can enter the Phantasmoon games twice. So let me give you a piece of advice. Don't let rage gnaw away at your reason. It's bad for your health. The case's info is in the dossier. Get to work. The Department of Aberration Defense isn't paying us to bum around,
Rage sparked quietly in the detective's chest. and not even the wind from Dovebrook could dispel the metallic tang of blood clinging to his nose. When he first heard the Sinwish Syndicate had obtained the mask, a grim premonition stirred within him, but he never expected it to be the omen of a friend's death.
Mr. N, he's no longer with us. Now he's just a body, another nameless casualty buried beneath a headline. People only care about the stars twinkling above, about the epic tales of the eternal conflicts among the cosmos' great figures. Compared to all that, who would mourn a small-time thug from a petty gang?
What should we do next?
I've been slacking off for far too long. It's time to make a choice.
Mr. Ashvale, if you're calling now, may I assume you've accepted my offer?
You are right, Miss Pearl. I'll join the games, assuming you still need me, of course.
My offer still stands. Just like 15 years ago, the same omen returns. There are signs the Phantasmoon games are spiraling out of control again. Mr. Ashvale, I ask for your strength to steer the Zeonic games back on course.
All I have to offer is a heart set on revenge.
Today, 33 citizens of Planarcadia and one IPC colleague perished under mysterious circumstances. Someone is imitating the Herald of Death's methods, attempting to interfere with the games.
I can't believe Scott is dead. No!
Only victory can bring solace to the fallen.
No. What consoles the dead is only justice.
What's the matter? Found a better candidate? Don't I even make the short list?
This is a game shaped by the most capricious Eon. Surprises and twists are its very nature. It's only right I choose the strongest players. Even so, I have to ask, what makes you so sure that I'd hire a wanted criminal to fight in the Phantasmoon games, instead of tossing you into an IPC cell?
Throw me in prison? But the Strategic Investment Department in Penacony clearly extended an olive branch to us Stellaron hunters. No? Changed your minds already? You suits sure turn faster than a page in a paperback. So let's cut the fluff. Give me a mask. Call it your first strategic investment in us. What do you say?
Understanding comes first, then the investment. Tell me, how do you plan to earn my trust?
Apologies in advance. Before I came to meet you, I broke into your collection room. I know what you've been working on. Oh, imaginate. Tell me, have you heard of Zero? Greatest hacker and most feared player in all of Punk Lord?
Some say she's an emanator of elation, while others say she enters the dark zone created by Mythos, as if it were her own backyard. She caused Punk Lord's data meltdown and infected IPC branches in 28 segmenta, isolating them from each other. Most information about Zero is half true, half false, much like the rumors surrounding you Stellaron hunters. But one thing is certain. Zero suffered a major downfall, and is now a prisoner of the IPC.
And are you 110% certain that the person you have in prison is the right person?
It's obvious she left a deep impression on you. Traumatic, even. In that case, you should also know that ether editing and imagenesis stem from the same technological source. Or art.
I know. I've studied it.
How could I forget? You stole Zero's tech to make that lousy cash grab game Ethereum Wars. Of course, you know all this. But you corporate moneybags will never comprehend it. The fleeting, ever-changing power of the elation. Zero once tampered with a parameter of reality, creating an independent realm that belonged solely to her, just like that other one.
Just like Graphia. Are you willing to trade the secrets of imagenesis?
I can think about it.
Deduction. You may be lying. I've heard that those who join the Stellaron Hunters have long since abandoned the path they once walked.
Who knows? You're in the Arcadia of Elation. Wouldn't it be a waste not to test your luck?
Deal, Ether Hacker. And to seal it with confidence, let me show you a little trick of the trade.
A hacking trick?
Not exactly professional. Negotiating while soaked in a bathtub. I took one of your data slices. This will help us have a more honest conversation.
How did you do that?
Because I've studied you, including that cyber battle between you and that genius Schoolum. I even logged into all 76 of those banned accounts.
That's kinda rude.
I scattered just enough data breadcrumbs online for you to sniff out, leading you to the Ashen Detective. I even let you stroll through my collection room to explore as you pleased. Miss Silverwolf, a word of advice. Don't treat that mask like some 10 Stoneheart's investment in a Stellaron Hunter. Just think of this deal as something private, between you and me.
What the heck? I just blinked and suddenly half the supplicants are wearing masks? I was hoping the show would get better. Streamers clashing with cosmic heroes. A flashy brawl without anyone getting hurt. Wouldn't that have been nice?
Yeah, it sure would have been nice if 34 people hadn't just died. That would have been great.
But now we've got a crow, a shell, a cat, a wolf? How many more mystery guests are crashing the stage?
Oh, does that mean Pearl's actually wearing one herself? Kinda didn't think she would.
And this thing? When did it sneak in?
Yeah, what's this Cthulhu thing?
In the end, everything always spirals into the abyss. But you're the rare exception. Your first battle wasn't bad for a greenhorn protagonist. Since you came out on top, let's wipe the slate clean on that doom-filled oath.
Yeah, I mean, I did fulfill my promise, okay? I defeated her.
Who knows if the owners of those masks will become your friends or opponents? Or maybe one of them will bring about that terrifying future I saw in my dreams.
then, how'd you find your way here?
Sunday's just scoping out the competition. He's just getting some info.
The supplicants in this Phantasmoon Games really caught me by surprise.
Why don't those people in the Go Home Club